What's up? What's up? We back. We back again. Episode 4. We back talking about relationships. Thank you for tuning in. Go subscribe. Let people know, you showing love to this channel. You know what I'm saying? Show some love to this channel. Um, so yeah, we got an interesting conversation tonight. If you still here, go hit the like button. Make sure you up on the chats, get in the chat room. You know what I'm saying? Just let us know that you here. I'd like to thank everybody for listening. And showing support. So we're here. I just wanted to talk about basically we talking about relationships. So this is part 2 of the relationship talk. I know a lot of you guys, if you haven't, go back and watch the previous episodes. Um, it's a lot to take in. Um, no Diddy. Uh, but yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on in the world, basically, as far as relationships go. So not a lot of us really understand relationships. Like what's really going on with them and how we can come together as a unit and basically just get along a lot more. So it's been hard. So it's trying to come together. You know, it's been difficult. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a real war out here. Um, a lot of us, are fighting an uphill battle with each other. A lot of us A lot of females don't like men right now. And a lot of men don't like females. It's a lot of hate, a lot of animosity. Um, and I think that it could be solved, but we have to come together. Like, there's no way it's gonna be solved with um with hate. It's not gonna be solved with hate. We got to solve it with love. So if we want everybody else, all the other races, to respect us as a culture, right now they see us as animals. We're not even civilized because we always at each other's throats. We're the only races at each other's throats all the time. Like, and it starts with relationships. Starts with these clips. It starts with these viral clips and these podcasts where people just tearing each other apart. Are these unrealistic expectations? All of these. It's just a lot. It's a lot going on, and it's unnecessary stuff going on. So I think it could be fixed. Um, you know, um I think there is a solution. I do have a book coming out. It's the secrets to marriage and relationships. And it's basically just breaking down, the struggles that we face and how we can overcome them. Because right now we're missing the true purpose of our being on this planet. Our true purpose is not to get material things. It's not none of that. This is our school. This is a school for the gods, or what they would call it. You're here to learn. You're here to learn and better yourself. You're here to become a better you. The you that's inside of you has to go through a learning curve because I'm gonna just guess heaven was heaven back in the day. But the problem was the people weren't heavenly. So this is to test your spirit. This is to test your merit. How holy are you? You believe in God, but do you walk like God? Do you talk like God? What does God even talk like? Do you know him personally? Do you know the God inside of you? Do you know who that is? Do you know who you represented by? We're not talking about a Messiah. That's his son. That's different. We're all childrens of the Most High, the God inside of us. His son is different. His son comes to alert us, warn us, let us know things before they come to pass. Because once they come to pass, it's too late. Once your soul gone and your soul's lost, you get left behind. That's just how it is. So, and this is just not our culture. This is all the cultures. So I think we're missing a point of being here. Like all this hate, there's no love, there's no thankfulness, there's no gratefulness. You know, you doing things for people that, you know, you wouldn't do for anybody and they don't even care, you know? And that goes on both ends. Everybody is selfish. Everybody's out to get their own things. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's in and out for self, you know? So I think that the first step we need to do is we need to come together as a couple, man, woman couple, and bring back traditional relationships. That's the only way. Only way is traditional. I mean, y'all talk about the money, but I'm not even talking about the money. We're not talking about 50-50. We're not talking about 100% paying the bills. And we're not talking about money when we talking about relationship because money has nothing to do with it. Comfortability has nothing you could be in $1 million house, but if y'all don't have peace, if y'all don't get along, if there's no peace in millions of dollars and all this money, it don't even matter. That's why y'all getting divorced. Y'all don't even like each other. But y'all got the money. Y'all been chasing the money. Y'all like the money. Y'all like what the money buys. But it don't really buy happiness. Ask somebody with tons of money when you could buy everything. What happens when you bought everything? Money becomes just valueless. It's good to have. It's comfortable. It makes you comfortable. It also makes you too comfortable to where you forgetting about who and where you came from. You sit on this high horse like money is the thing of beauty. Money is just a tool. It could be used for good. It could be used for bad. It can make you wealthy, and it could be taken away. You could lose all your money. Money is not the person. That's what y'all fail to realize. So when y'all looking for a man, when y'all looking for a woman, well, men don't tend to do this. We don't normally tend to gravitate towards women who have a surplus of money, unless we talking about like Bill Gates' daughter or something crazy like that. But for the most part, we not chasing women with these large bags and all this stuff. It just that's not our we trying to get our own money and take care of our own family. The women that's doing that, that's fine. But are y'all contributing to the family that y'all want to build? Or y'all just want to just chase money, get money? It's cool, get money. If that's what y'all want to do is just get money, marry money. But stop complaining. Stop getting on the internet complaining about how ain't no good dudes out here. And ain't but you just steady chasing the bag. Your dude is the bag. That's your dude. You wake up every morning, every day, early, early. For what? To go work for somebody else most of the time. A lot of y'all not bosses on both ends. Y'all working for somebody else. Y'all doing stuff for somebody else, making their dreams come true, making their kids wealthy, making their kids self-sufficient, and their kids come in and run the company and you still there. While they, moved on. They on the other ventures. You still at the company, working for their children. when that should be us owning the company and our children working at the company. But even the ones that got companies, I know a lot of dudes, a lot of black people that got, multiple businesses, multiple companies. They children don't want nothing to do with it. It don't even make sense. They're ready to struggle. Like you heard even T.I. son. I'ma get it up out the mud. Like, bro, it's done. You out the mud. The mud ain't even on you, bro. Like, what are we even talking about? We sat there and watched you grow up in wealth, a plethora. Your dad took great care of you, bro. For you to get back out here and try to get it out the mud again when he already did all of that, it don't even make sense, bro. We know what people talking about. We know how they talk about you. But so what? You think people not gonna talk about you? You rather be broke? You rather be out here struggling? That's some people will be talking about. Ti son out here trying to get it out the mud. Why he ain't helping? That sounds even crazier, bro. Go home, do what you gotta do, find your own lane, bro. But that's not the way to do it. Ask, you know what I mean, for direction, bro. You jumping off the deep end is not gonna get you nowhere in life. It's just gonna be have you out here in these streets, bro. And you don't want to be out here in these streets. And that's for anybody. Y'all don't want to be out here in these streets. Like, why do all this struggling on your own when you guys could come together and make it happen together? Why is that so difficult? Why is that so hard? Why is that so hard for y'all? All of y'all. If you just tuning in, go ahead and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Support the channel. Support the channel. Let's get it going. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about relationships. What's wrong with them? What's going on with them? Like how is it benefiting the world by everybody being single? How is that benefiting our culture? We got a bunch of babies with no parents. Mom's still out there. Dad's still out there. Baby number two come. Y'all still out there. Baby number three come. Y'all still out there. Then the kids grow up. Dad fades away. Mom even don't really care like that. Then they become grown and they do the exact same thing. Like nobody's teaching nobody nothing. Nobody's learning nothing. Nobody's growing. Nobody's like building. Nobody's there like spiritually. Y'all just opening up your bodies and just allowing the evil just all in y'all. Not even thinking twice about who y'all sleeping with, who y'all talking to, who y'all dealing with. Not even thinking twice. These urges and all that got y'all going crazy. Some of y'all, most of y'all. And we see that and on both ends, men and women. We see the BS. And what does that do? We tend to just fade away from it. We don't want nothing to do with it. We like, oh, one sign look like some BS, gone. Ain't even no time to think about it. They just gone. So, it's tough. It doesn't make sense for y'all to be individuals. Like I was saying on the other podcast, y'all individuals and at the same time, y'all doing all this grinding, y'all going to work, y'all doing all this hustling, y'all scheming, some of y'all doing all this stuff. Y'all not thinking about God. Y'all not thinking about family. Y'all not thinking about people. Y'all isolating yourselves. Y'all not interacting with people. You shunning people out for the dollar bill. and you get all this money. And like I said about like these entertainers and rappers, you got all this money, you sit up in these big old houses, and you buy yourself. What point is to be in a 20,000 square foot house by yourself? Think about that for a second. Why? Why are you by yourself in a 20,000 square foot house? And you're just trying to show it off to people. Look at this. Look at this room. Look at this empty room over here. Hey, there's another big old empty room over here. This one is 10,000 square foot empty bedroom. It got all this. It got the movie theater. It got a pool jacuzzi in the room. It got all this stuff. It got everything you could think of. A food dispenser just shoots out candy, whatever you could think of. It's just 3D world. It got video games. It got the golf world in there. It got a driving range off the balcony. It got everything you could think of. Go karts. It got a lazy river pool, but you the only one using all that stuff. You driving around in your go kart by yourself. You sitting in a big old jacuzzi by yourself. You got a 20 person jacuzzi and you sitting in there by yourself playing video games by yourself. That's why they created this online world, just so people will actually feel like they interacting with people. Even though your character is a video game guy, you know what I'm saying? It's just on the screen, it's just a 3D character that talks and walks. They feel like that's enough interaction for the world. But imagine if they didn't even have that. Y'all would be out here by your lonesome, looking at X's and O's, trying to make friends with the computer screen, like on her. You know what I'm saying? Like just really out here trying. Like I fell in love with a digital software device. Like, is that where we going? That's what y'all on? Y'all shunning men out and women out. So we on this digital. We got a digital relationship with the computer screen. Like, what y'all doing? What are we talking about? But why? Where is this hate? Like, why y'all women? Why y'all hate men? Why y'all hate us? Black women. Let me talk to y'all. Why y'all hate men so much? Why is it such a competition? What are we competing? Why are y'all trying to compete with other black men when we should be helping each other like come together and take over? Like we got all the ideas, we got all the athleticism, we got the bodies, we got the height, we got the intelligence, but y'all want to fight each other. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't even fair fight. We talking about man versus woman. Why? Like that don't even y'all was made. Like what we here for? What are y'all made for? Let me know what we here for. Are we here just to do this? Is that it? Let me try to bring in a guest real quick. See if somebody else wanna chime in on this topic. Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, we got you on live. Uh, got Scruncho in the building. What's up, bro?
What's up? What's up with y'all? What's happening?
Yeah, we talking about relationships, man. So I
What y'all
know
talking about? What y'all talking about? It?
we was just talking about like why we not coming together as like a culture. You know, like why is it so hard for men and women to come together, and why is there so much hate among women, especially black women, towards black men?
Well, how many people in the chat married?
I don't know. That's a good question. It's not a
Gotta
lot of
ask
people in it.
everybody.
It's not a lot. If you married in a relationship, hit the chat, type in the chat. It's not a lot of people married, if anybody
I can
though.
hear people talking.
Nah, it's just you talking. They listening.
Oh yeah. I ain't never been in a chat. But I can tell you this, if they, if it ain't no married people, and the reason nobody's married is because the world don't favor or market marriages. You know what I mean? So the majority of the people, even a lot of the people that talk about marriages and stuff like that are not married. And the devil will give you a lot, but you're gonna end up with a little or nothing. But in marriage, God will give you a little, but you can end up, you're gonna get a lot out of it. So the majority of things that you get in marriage is you can't. Most good stuff don't come with. It's not a lot of. It's not a lot of smoke and mirrors with it. It's like in the way the world is right now. It's deception. It's deceiving and deception. Meaning, like, everybody want to hear a beautiful lie, and if you say the raw truth, hate come with truth, because nobody want to accept accountabilities. They want to hear the truth. They like a beautiful lie is exciting. You know what I mean? It's fun. Like, sin is amazing. I love sin. Sin my whole life. But often people, especially churches, they tell you sin is bad, and sin is amazing. It's fucking incredible because it's designed to be incredible. And if sin wasn't incredible, people and preachers and people wouldn't be sneaking to do it. But it's not the sin that make people stop sinning. It's the consequences. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The consequences. If you people don't stop drinking because they just decide they're gonna stop drinking. No, when they on their third strike and they get cirrhosis of the liver and they on their last drink, you know what I mean? Then they stop drinking. People don't stop. People don't. Niggas don't stop hustling, robbing, and stealing because they get on their third strike. When the consequences override the sin, then you stop sinning, and then But the only difference between people who, like with me, I've been through everything. I've been through a lot, but it's not what you go through; it's what you get through. Like you get through some shit. So, like with me, I hate to tell people because nobody really want to hear good ass news. Nobody want to hear that shit. Like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Right. So they want to hear your misery and your sad ass stories. When I tell people I don't smoke, drink, get high, do drugs, I don't cheat on my wife, don't kiss on boys, I don't do nothing. But because there's nothing exciting about that. And it's kind of like the world like a beautiful lie. You know what that means? They like, ask yourself this. If you knew where the treasure was, this way the world is. Like if I knew where a treasure was, right, and I knew how to get $1 million, I knew where the $1 million was. Why, if I got the million and know where the treasure is, why am I on TV selling maps to where the treasure is? You know what I mean?
Right.
It don't make no sense. You know what I mean? Like, if you got it, then it's like everybody want to share some shit, man. You know, and then everybody want to, everybody like attention. But when you learn that, you know, that's what I was telling you yesterday, time is money, and money is time. And, only thing greater than, but it's peace, Like I tell my wife, there's no love greater than my peace. Like, my peace is greater than love, because and my peace is everything. And when that's why time is money and money is time. When you on time, you help protect my peace. When you're not on time, you fuck up the peace and you fucking up the bag. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why most black people think it's hilarious. We seen it. Everybody try to make it, niggas ain't never on time. We always just the funny end of the joke about being on time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in this business, like we're in the entertainment business, man, when you on set and you doing a movie in this industry, they don't care about the drug habit. If you beat women, if you're a liar, if you're a cheater, because that they don't care. What they do care about is you being on time. See, because time is money. So if you 10 minutes late, they got to pay the staff, the director, the producer, the lineman. Everybody get paid. Got to be paid because you late. So nobody bigger than the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why they started having them trailers on the set. So you ain't gotta go nowhere. Like, now you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going home. You right here.
Yeah, because it's a business, but love, and love is not popular, but it works. As more people, as more people fear the devil than fear God. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And that way it's fear. You know what I mean? How do chats work, man? I don't hear nobody chatting.
No, it's you just a podcast. We just talking on live. It's a live podcast. So people will either hear this later or they watching it right now.
Oh yeah, man. And I tell every man out there, stop being a cheater. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that cheat. And, it's hard for me to say stop being a cheater. When I cheated my whole life, I cheated on everything. I cheated on my taxes. Female, you know what I'm saying?
Well, what about the people that aren't looking for relationships, that just be out here and then they come across people who are looking for relationships?
Ain't nothing wrong with it. The problem is this: if you know the answer is no, stop giving these females hope. Because if you know it's no, stop giving them hope, because you're deceiving them. And if they looking for a relationship, they looking for something more than that. And you keep playing the game just to get in their pants or to deceive them or to play them and then play victim, they get mad when they go crazy. And leave these females alone.
I feel you.
Stop playing with, like, every man act like they have oh man, bitches do this. They love to throw a woman under the bus until they come to their daughter, then all of a sudden they get it. You know what I mean? You don't have that same concept and the same mindset, when it comes to your daughter being treated the way you treat women, So you're doing wrong,
but if your daughter is the type of, everybody know the type, I'm talking about though. If your daughter is the type, you know what I mean, that's for the streets, that's
I ain't saying that. I'm just saying every man, remember 95% of men that's in jail, well, I'm saying 87 to be exact. 87% of men that's in jail of all races is behind two things: the the protection of a woman or the obsession of a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But the obsession of the woman is on the low end of that 87%. The high end of it is the protection of a woman. Most men are going on suicide missions behind, and I went on a bunch of, what you do to my sister? What you do to my mama? What you say, Mom G? You know, and we sworn to protect her, and we go on suicide mission. He did. And we've been breathing like that. You better look out for your bitch. So, you know, your sister, mother, auntie, they can all whisper in your ear, and they word alone gonna make you kick in the door and knock the nigga news off, because they don't need no jury, they don't need no trial, they don't need nothing. All they need is whisper the words, and they gonna just hold head. I have more fights protecting and defending my sisters and my moms than I have for myself. So I don't know, man. It just gotta be, you know, it's deep, but nobody listening have become old school. Like, people don't want to really hear you. They want to be heard, and people don't really want to understand you. They just want to challenge you. Like the Bible said, a fool hates wisdom, because a fool hates somebody that's wiser than them. That's where a lot of hate come from. Oh, this motherfucker think he know everything. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So
I hear you.
So with me, I'm not gonna tell you map the shit. Find it yourself, because nobody want to hear your good ass news, and everybody want to find a treasure for themselves. And everybody that's selling the treasure map make absolutely zero sense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Make no sense. You know, it's just a different. It's just a, you know. But if you simplify everything and stop trying to, if everybody find a way to fall in love with being normal and chill, and, you know, seek God, seek peace, seek love, but all that don't come with attention, you know.
Right. Yeah, you gotta move yourself out the spotlight, off of the, out the negativity. Get some isolation so you could, you know, get your mind together.
Listen, man, if you want to live a prosperous life, you know, read, trust in God. Don't just trust Him, because, and don't just pray, because praying to God is like you talking to God. But when you read your Bible, that's like you figured out a way for God to talk to you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You figured out a way for God to talk to you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And when God know that you're then God will start talking to you, and you can hear His word, and then, you know, just don't be scared of being normal. You know what I mean? I don't trust no nigga that want it all. Anybody that want it all, shit, you already negotiate your soul. Because when you want it all, be careful. Because the motherfucker that want it all, nigga, you can become part of the bargaining.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, so, you know, man, let everybody live their life. You know what I mean? Like, I love everybody enough not to give a fuck about nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I hear
like, I ain't got no dog in the race. I'm gonna pray for everybody, literally, and I want everybody to win, but I'm not gonna break my neck if you lose. You know what I mean? I ain't Jesus. I can't save nobody, and I ain't trying to save you. I'm not trying to save my family. Be good, and help people one at a time. And like that's why niggas can't find it. I'd rather be missed than to be seen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
More peaceful that way.
Well, shit. I'll let you get back to your life, man. Appreciate you coming to the chat.
Yeah, man. Tap in with a friend, man. You know what I mean?
For sure, will do, bro.
All right, say less.
All right, fam. So yeah, that was the OG Scruncho in the building. Came with the words of wisdom, and like you were saying, man, cheating. This is on both ends. You know, you got to stop cheating. Cheating in general shows no loyalty. It shows no love, no commitment, no real no real in you. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta be fake to be a cheater. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make up lies. You gotta make up another persona. You gotta be somebody else completely to be out here cheating. So instead of doing that and hiding and sneaking and like get your life together, be real with the person. You know what I'm saying? If she ain't the one, he ain't the one, then stop like entertaining it. Go find the one that's for you. Like stop trying to have it all. Like he said, people that got it all, they negotiating their soul already. Because you can't have it all. You can't have cake and eat it too. That's the same. You can't. Can't do it. It's always gonna be something that either throws you off. In the first episode I talked about David. David was chasing women. He couldn't stop chasing women. He had two wives already with kids with them, and every time he went on out to war, he was in search for another woman, and it cost him. It cost him his life. That was his demise because he couldn't stop feeding those urges. He couldn't stop that other, you know what I'm saying, that other guy. He couldn't stop his mind from causing him costing him his life because of his decisions. Now, if he just stayed with his wife, he had two wives. How many wives do a man need? One. One to get you into heaven. Because two becomes one. It don't say nothing else about three and all that. It don't say that in the Bible. It don't talk about that in the Bible. It don't talk about three wives, four wives, five. Where show me where does it say that? It talks about specifically because it's a chemical process where two becomes one. That's it. There's nothing in between that. There's nothing else. There's a man, there's a woman, they become one. And it has to do with sexual energy. That's the God energy. Sexual energy is the God energy. Okay? That's why you can't stop when you start. It's an energy. Okay? It's an energy transfer. And an important one. That's why you basically tied to that person for life. You are. That's why they say, okay, you should get married to the first person that you do that with because it is important. It's a chemical process. That's why you always remember your first love. You always remember your first one. Why? Because it was a chemical process, and that process lasts. It sticks. That's why you can't mess with everybody. You can't sleep with everybody. You can't do it. You know why? Because some people's energy is off. They got demons they fighting. They done did some stuff. They running from the devil. They done sold they soul. They done did all kind of stuff. and they run into you, angel, holy. They see the light in you, they do, and they want to take that light. It's evil out here. You don't even know who you be sleeping with when you doing that. And the moment you do that, you open the door to all those spirits, all those demons that enter your body. Now you're out here, you know what I'm saying, and you can't sleep. You're mad all the time. Your mind is tripping on you. You start flipping out on people that you normally wouldn't flip out on. You got this evil spirit in you. And you didn't even know why. Didn't know how you got it because when you were doing what you're doing, it was pleasurable. You wasn't thinking about the consequences later. You weren't thinking about the demons then. You were enjoying them, but they were right there watching you. Okay, and you let them in. Now you have to get them out. You gotta cleanse. You can't, and then you're stuck there. You have demons inside of you, don't even understand it, and then you go do the same thing again with another person who's even fighting even more demons. Next thing you know, you know what I'm saying, you ready to give it up. You ready to give up. Your life is hard, you're struggling, everything started coming down on you. You took depression. Now these the demon spirits they're all over it. Depression, anxiety, loneliness. These are demons. These are demonic forces. These are evil forces, bro. They're here to specifically keep you stuck and not reaching your destiny and out of bounds. So I suggest that we come together, like I said before, because we can also heal. Sex is a healing tool. It's like magic, you know. It can heal you. It could take away diseases. It could do a lot of things, but it could kill you too. That's why it's important to find your person and just stick with your person. Because once you find your person, everything else falls into place. We know who's for you and we know who's not for you. You do too. You can see it. You understand it. You've been on this planet long enough. You know how it works. But at the same time, you got to know that the world they're not for you. They're not looking out for you. You know, they're not trying to help you in any way. It's just, you know. So we got another guest on the show. Gonna go ahead and bring in a female voice, so we get a female opinion on the show. So this is Carrie Hall.
What's good?
So yeah, we're here talking about relationships. And it's just 11:01 too. By the way, 111. So yeah, we're talking about relationships and why we can't seem to come together as men and women, especially the black culture. Why is it so hard for us to come together?
I think, there is just widespread, what do you call it? Like propaganda almost against the relationships, I think society has really tried to make everybody believe that, we're not supposed to be together and that there is supposed to be friction and we're the main ones who believed it, I always say, if black women, if we view our black men as the kings they are and try to inspire them to be just that. It's even as simple as like say we do have a situation ship or a man or something, and black men are hitting on us, right? A different man hits on us. Instead of even putting him down in a rude way, like, nah, nigga, like, I got him at, like, stuff like that. It's like, king. You know, I personally already belong to a king myself, but a queen is right around the corner for you. And the response to that is usually like, you know what, queen, I really love that energy. And I'm like, yes, I'm just out here. I want to see you shining. It's a situation I've walked away from. I haven't put him down. And I did not also have to give my number if that was the situation, you know? So I think it goes down to just how we're going to communicate. And, you know, I always say I'm for the people. And I mean that in such a general way. And I mean that in, of course, you know, I want a black family with a black king. But at the end of the day, I'm for the people. And I think a lot of people in our culture need to realize that being melanated and elevated is the only way to see us rise. We should all want to see each other win, even if there's, you know, adversity and stuff like that. Like, we need to remember the truth about where the real adversity and stuff lies. And I'm not even a hateful person or a spiteful person against, you know, other cultures. I'm just literally, you know, someone who, like I said, I'm for the people all the way, 1,000%. So I want to see all of our people winning. Of course, it's unfortunate that society has forced some people to be, you know, the fallout of their royalty, put it like that. But when you realize that it's culture and circumstances and other things that did that, it's not really hard to even, you know, forgive or understand the state of mind of those people. Now, that doesn't mean I associate with them or, you know, condone it. So, unfortunately, there are still F niggas and there are still, you know, chicks who are not all the way there. But for the ones who are living normal and stuff like that, like, being melanated and elevated should be a way of life and thinking and how we should want all of our people to be, you know?
Yeah, that's some good talk, man. Some good talk.
Yeah.
Any other advice you like to give out to the women or men?
I mean, for women, I always say, you know, remember too, like, if you have a good man at home, if you have a black king and he's providing and stuff like that, like, don't fall into the nature of, you know what I mean, going on for so long in a relationship. Things can become, we can get used to the regular rigmarole. I always say at the very, at the very beginning of a relationship, especially when it comes to, like, you're about to have a sex life with someone. Fuck out of here. Okay, sorry. Someone, like, literally is trying to fuck with me at we're on the freeway. Like, they're speeding all around. Some dumb. But so, literally, what I was gonna say is, yeah, I try to all around go ahead and, you know, like, even at the beginning of a relationship, I always encourage everybody to ask their partner, like, what is something, you know, like, this comes to, like, the bed, like, sexual, that you wish a chick knew about you, or you wish that you could tell a chick without feeling awkward or whatever. And, you know, you'll get whatever responses, or if they're into some weird fetish or something. And also, you being able to tell them what it is, you know, you're into or something. Like, just keeping that communication open, but also realizing that throughout the relationship, you know, how you started it is how it needs to continue. So, you know, like, even though it gets, you know, tiring or whatever, men really are beings. There's a verse on a line that I love to, like, mention. This guy's like, I would be a genius if I didn't think with my penis. And the truth of the matter is, he was not lying. Men really do think like that. It doesn't matter what age they are, doesn't matter whatever. So, meaning, like, you gotta keep it alive. And that being said, too, it also doesn't mean to worry about if you're holding down the front of making sure he's fed, faded, and when I say faded, I mean just keeping him in a peaceful state of mind, or literally possibly indulging in some Mary Jane, but and effed, keeping him effed. So, and I think actually, Leonard, you taught me about the 3 F's.
Yeah.
So, but that being said, holding down that front, you may see your man looking at other chicks on the internet. He may even it's too many bad biddies out there right now for them to not be looking. Let's keep it 1,000. So, don't be in competition with that. Don't be envious about that. Don't be insecure about that. Just if you're holding down your front, it's not an issue. That man will be asleep if you keep in the 3 F's. And, they're then forgotten about the moment, So it's like, but the moment you fall off on that position and stuff, like a man needs what a man needs. Just like we need what we need. So if you got somebody providing shelter, food, romance, and basically making sure you good in life, and keeping you company, you have to remember your role, because a lot of women, I feel like, forget that role, like, and suddenly feel entitled to this hardworking man and his resources, and forget that like, to show up for them. So, and I only got to say this because this is things I have to remember and remind myself of.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you, and it's about to be 11:11.
About 1 minute, but yeah.
So, thanks for joining this show.
Appreciate
your input. And if you, anybody you want to shout out or anything?
No, I'm not really trying to shout out nobody. Jesus Christ and His holiness.
For sure. Well, thanks for joining this show, and I'll talk to you another.
All right. Yeah. Have a good one.
Well, that was Carrie Hall. You guys don't know. Good friend of mine. We just wanted to get another point of view on relationships. So shout out to Scruncho and Carrie for coming through. This is the JR Love Show, the podcast, the talk show. Will be #1 soon. Stay tuned. There's a lot going on, so you never know what I'm gonna do. You never know who I'm gonna bring through. Once we start getting it on video, obviously, it'll be more of a thing. But I like the talk show. I like talking. I like that you guys are listening. Appreciate you guys. Go subscribe and hit the like button. Send me some chats. Go follow my Instagram at JAERLOVE, the #1. That's also my TikTok and my Twitter account X, and that's the name of this YouTube. This YouTube is JR Love One. I appreciate you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and end it there. Anybody that's listening, please continue to follow. Shout out to everybody in the Long Beach area. Shout out to everybody in the Compton area. You know what I'm saying? Gotta put those two out there. That's my cities. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, appreciate you guys, and we're gone.